Hello, crafty friends. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa Miller. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern California. And today I thought we would take a look at our new Slimline dies. I was so excited when I saw these in the catalog. You get two dies. They are on page 52 of our new mini catalog. So you can either purchase the Slimline dies by themselves, or you can purchase as a bundle with the Slim Saying stamp set. So let's take a look at that. But first, I wanted to remind you about Celebration. We've still got Celebration going on. For every $50 or $100 you spend, you can choose a free item out of here. So with our Slimline supplies, you can purchase the envelopes, and you get 15 envelopes. You get 5 in the white, 5 in the gray, and then 5 of soft succulent. In the stamp set, I didn't use the stamp set today, but it is really nice because they're larger sentiments that you can add to your Slimline cards. We've got You Really Are Fabulous, Congrats to the Graduate, Enjoy, You Are One of a Kind, Happy Birthday, and Happy for You. And then with our dies, these dies are so cool. The dies are actually 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. So they are perfect size. You get 4 pieces. You get the large chevron die, and then you get this kind of an edge piece. And you also get the more detailed with a different edge piece. And today we will also be using the Amazing Thanks dies. Now, I just love these because they have an outline. You get the outline and the word. So we've got thanks. We've got You Are Amazing. Now, I didn't cut one of those out, but I should have cut it out for you. But the thanks, I just love because you get the outline and then you get the word. So it really stands out. So we will also be using those. And with this die, you kind of get 2 for 1. So I'm going to show you how I did that one first. So let's take a look at that. First, what I did was I went ahead and I did some ink blending. So my colors I used here. We've got Polished Pink, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, Pear Pizzazz, Balmy Blue, and Highland Heather. So I've already got it started with 2 colors. Let's go ahead and finish our ink blending just so I can show you how easy it comes together. Super, super easy. So we've already got Polished Pink and Mango Melody. Let's go ahead and use our Daffodil Delight. And I just like to start off the paper and work my way onto the paper. It just kind of gives you a cleaner look. So start off the paper and then work onto the paper. And you get a really nice blend with these colors. Really pretty. So then we will move on to our Pear Pizzazz. And I actually did a couple layers because I wanted to go a little bit darker. I'll show you on the card that I did as my very first sample. And I did a really light, kind of a real pastel versus more primary colors. And I will show you that. Let's add a little bit more Daffodil Delight in here and get that blended. See how nice those blend? They're really nice. Let's see. Now we'll move on to our Balmy Blue. Start off of your paper and then work on. And just get that blended. And it really does come together pretty quickly. Just kind of blend it with the previous color. And then we've got our Highland Heather. And they just blend really nice. So there we've got that. And now what I did was I've got my panel all ink blended, and I went ahead and I cut it out. But let me get these ink pads out of here so I don't stick my hand in it like I did earlier. I was so excited to see Slimline dies. I just love something different than your standard A2 size card. And I did get ink on me, so let me get that off real quick. So what I did here was, I've got my panel all ink blended, and I added some of our adhesive sheet on the back. And I was really careful to keep this all one piece. So I went ahead and I cut it out, and you do need to run it through your machine, maybe 2 or 3 times just to get a nice clean cut on there. And it fits perfect in our cut and emboss machine. You do not need an extra plate or anything. It fits perfect. So I went ahead and I cut that out. And then I've got a panel here that is 3 3/8 by 8 1/2. So it's slightly larger than what the die cut out. So I'm just going to very carefully peel this off of here, and I'm going to add it to my panel. And it's really pretty simple. I just want my panel a little bit bigger than the die. So I just kind of lay that down, and you can move it around if you need to. Let's just get that centered. That's my biggest thing, is I want it centered. So then I'll just push it down. Perfect. And then the heat from your hands, just kind of burnish that. Or you can take your bone folder and you can just slide that over there, and it will burnish the image, and it will get that glue activated, and it will stick really, really nicely. So just go ahead and burnish like that. And I did cut this, or I left the paper slightly longer so I could trim it once I got it on there. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to trim this edge off of here. And now that's perfect. So we can add this to our card base. My card base is 7 by 8 1/2, so it fits this panel perfect. So what we can do now is, all we have to do is add this to our card base. So let's do that. And you get 2 for 1 with this die. Sort of. You do need to cut one out from the colored, from the ink blended panel. Let's go ahead and add that on there. Perfect. And then we've got all our pieces left over here that we're going to use on our other card. So we get 2 for 1. So on our next card, I already took the white layer out. I just cut out of basic white cardstock another panel of this image, the Slimline die, and I've already got the colored image, only white, on here. So now we are going to take these pieces and we are going to inlay them. And I just love this look. So did you see how easy that came out of there? I just kind of tried to keep it together so I don't get my colors out of order. So let's go ahead and put these in here. Now this does take a little bit of time, but I just love the way it looks. It's not difficult. It is a little bit more time consuming. And they just pop right out. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to mention before I started this, I got a winner for the Let me get that in there. I picked a winner this morning. Diana Antu is going to receive my package of retired resin heart embellishments. Diana, please send me an email to handmadehugsbymelissa@gmail.com with your address, and I will get that in the mail to you first thing Monday morning. Congratulations, and thank you so much for commenting and watching my video. I really do appreciate that. So we're just going to burnish that in there. And these come off so easy. I just love using the adhesive sheets because it makes it so much more simple. Just kind of rub it in there. And it is a little bit more time consuming, but the look that you get is just stunning. And I am getting this little corner off here. I wanted to mention, since I'm doing that one right now, you do kind of need to pay a little bit of attention to your corners. So we've got one corner up here and one corner down here. Now this one is a little bit bigger. So I wanted to make sure that when I did put my white layer on here, that I put the larger triangle on the right hand bottom corner, and then I've got the smaller one up on the left hand corner. So there are size differences in the corners. Okay, there we go. And just lay those in there. This is so simple, but it just looks so nice when you're done. So I want to say I hope everybody is having a fabulous Sunday. It's very overcast here today. I don't know what is up with our weather. Luckily, we don't get a lot of snow. But I hope everybody is having a good Sunday. And I can't wait to see what everybody makes with these Slimline dies. They're so easy to use. And just burnish it. Just rub your finger over it, just to get that glue activated. And see, there's another one that just popped right out. They pop out really easy once you run them through a couple times. All right, there you go. And that was so simple. I just pieced all those in there, and then just take your hands, burnish it. It took no time at all. I just love the look of paper piecing because you get such dimension in there. I just love that. You get those layers, and that is just so pretty. So then for this one here, the first one we did where we got the outline, you can, if you want to, you can take the pieces, the center pieces from your white one, and you can put those on the inside. I'm not going to do that here though, because I want that dimension. I want to see that layer. I just love that. So for this card, I wasn't sure which die cut I wanted to use. I didn't know if I wanted to use the black outline or if I wanted to use the purple outline. And then I've also got another option for the light purple. I don't know. I think I want to use the black up here. And then let's take our purple one and put that down there. I think that'll work good. I've already got all my dimension on there. I just used my mini dimensionals, and then I used the edge right off of there. So I used my mini dimensionals, and then I just cut strips off the side because you have extra on there. So let's get the backing off of here. Excuse me. It's pretty easy, just a little bit of time it takes. But I just love the slimline cards. It's a nice change. And everybody loves a rainbow, so I thought I would use all rainbow colors today. So let's go ahead and place that on there. Perfect. It looks like I might have ink on my hand. You know what? I wonder if I can get that off. I can get that off. So let's put this one on our card base. So simple. Let's go ahead and get that on there. So here we got 2 for 1. We did a white cutout, and then we did our ink blended cutout, and we get 2 cards for 1. And on this one, I used our mini black dimensionals since my die cut was black. Let's get that off of there. Sometimes they're a little tricky. You got to get your nail underneath it to get that release paper off. Please comment, like, and subscribe. YouTube loves it when you have a lot of comments. So let's just put this thanks sentiment down there. And then all we have to do is add our bling. So for these 2 cards, I used our 2021, 2023 in color jewels. And I am just going to scatter these. I think we will just probably do them randomly. I'm trying to look at my other one I've got here. So we're just going to scatter them. We've got the pink and the green and the yellow. I think a couple more. Let's do 5. And then maybe one more up here. Let's do a darker green. There we go. Perfect. And that card is done. That was so simple. So simple. It just takes a little bit of time, and everybody loves a rainbow. So we're going to add a few here. Let's put the yellow one down here. We've got our purple. We can put that. Let's do that over here in the red orange area, and a pink one. Perfect. Should we put a couple more? Let's do 2 more. We've got our green, the darker green, and then we need a lighter green. We can put that one right. Let's put it over here. Perfect. Scattered. And there you go. We've got 2 cards. Super simple. I hope you like those. Now, I did notice on this one, I got a little bit of ink. So let me see if I can get my eraser here and see if we can get that off. I had a little bit of ink on my finger from the ink blending, and it did take that off just a little bit. It's a little lighter. It's still there, but you know what? It's a handmade card. I think it's still pretty. There you go for those 2. And then we are going to move on to the chevron type card. So what I did here was, for this die, I've got it ready. I cut this out with my basic white with the adhesive sheet on the back. And then for my layering piece, I've got this cut, same as the last one. I've got this at 3 3/8 by 8.5, and I wanted the layering piece just to give it a little more personality. So let's go ahead and get this off of there. Take our adhesive sheets. get that off to the side, and we're just going to center, just like we did on the last one. Lay that down. Perfect. There we go. Just burnish it. Oh, we're a little crooked. That's all right. It's not burnished yet. I think that's better. It moved a little bit on me. Perfect. Now we can burnish it. We can either take our bone folder and just rub all over it, or we can burnish it with the heat from our hand. Perfect. And then I am just going to trim off this edge like we did on the other one, so it fits on my card base perfect. There we go. Good. Excuse me. I know I'm not sick, but I think I am feeling a little stuffy. So what I did here was I took 13 colors and I die cut 13 separate colors with the other die, with the chevron die. So I took 13 pieces of paper and cut that out, and I got a ton of colors. These are all the colors that I have left over. And you can see you're going to get a lot of cards out of this. I got this card. I changed up the colors a little bit, not necessarily a rainbow, but I did the blues and the purples. And then I did my polished pink and my mango melody and my daffodil delight. So for this one, we will be using, what do I have here? I have balmy blue. I have Pacific Point, Highland Heather, and then what is this one? I can't for the life of me remember what that is. Then I've got Soft Sea Foam and Pear Pizzazz. So let's go ahead and get this in there now. I did not put adhesive sheets on the back of here because I figured this was such a large area, it would be super easy to just put glue in there. So that's what we'll do here. We're just going to paper piece again, and I just love how this looks. And we will just add these in here. Perfect. And there you go. I did speed that up a little bit, but see how simple that was? You just lay those pieces in there and you've got a nice colorful image. So let's go ahead and add that to our card base. Where's my card base? Here we go. Let's add that to our card base, and then we can add our sentiment and our gems, and we will be done. It is so quick and easy. The only thing that took any time was the die cutting, but everything just runs through the die cut machine so quick and easy. It's wonderful. There we go. So for our sentiment here, I don't know if we should use the dark purple or if we should use the lighter purple. I think we're going to go with the darker one. And I used my classic matte dots here. So let's get our release papers off of the dimensionals. And again, I just used my mini dimensionals and I cut them to size to fit on here. Nice colorful card. And you get so many. You can get 13 cards. So I cut 13 different colors. You can get 13 different cards out of this. It's wonderful. Perfect. Let's add that on there. I think that's nice and straight. Now we will add our classic matte dots, and I'm just going to use the white ones. And we will scatter those all over. I think we'll just do 3 on here. I think that's good. Perfect. And another card done. Isn't that pretty? I love those colors together. So just a little recap. Let me get my stuff out of the way here. We've got our chevron type cards, and then we've got our other ones that we got 2 for 1. So we used our outline and we used the inside pieces. So you get 2 cards out of 1 die cut. Perfect. And then here's one that I did with the pastels. I just laid the centerpieces on there right on top. Really simple. And then we've got our chevron type cards, all different colors. Please let me know what you think. I would love to see your creations. And Diana Antow, please, I hope I didn't butcher your name, please send me an email to handmadehugsbymelissa at gmail.com, and I will get your resin hearts out to you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.